This episode is brought to you by Bevel, the first and only shaving system designed specifically for coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. Shave smarter and say goodbye to razor bumps with Bevel. Check out getbevel.com today. Use code JOEFREE to get your first month free at getbevel.com. That's GETBEVEL.com. Bitch! Ooh, making love.
And we're rolling.
And we are rolling. All right. We are here. I'll name this podcast later. What is this, 50? I missed what, last week? I missed 2 weeks?
I don't know.
1 week. That's way too much reverb, by the way.
All right, so turn that down a little bit. Joey.
55, maybe?
Are you DJ Clue?
What is this, 57?
55
No, it's like
feels
55.
good.
It's not 55. That was 54?
Yeah, feels right.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, it feels like so much longer because anytime I miss one episode, it feels like so much longer. I did listen to the episode last week.
It's 55. Confirmed.
All right, so this is 55. Episode number 55. I'll name this podcast later with my co-hosts, Marty the Body, Marisa Mendez, and Michael Roars, also known as, there was another name, somebody, Rory Lanes. Rory Lanes.
Oh my God!
there we go. Michael Roars, a.k.a. Rory Lanes. It's lit.
I'm switching sides.
Yeah, I mean, by name anyway. I listened to the podcast last week. Shout out to Peter for filling in for me. Peter, I want to make one thing very clear. This show is not a spinoff or anything remotely close to a spinoff of Juan Epstein or Epstein. This show is nothing like any of you guys, even if I was on your last episode to talk about my first episode. That's called teasing, promoing. It doesn't mean we are doing anything that you fucktards did. Shout out to Seif and Rosenberg.
Marty's a bit Jewy with money, though, so maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it's a spinoff.
A Jace.
And you guys, you know what I noticed when Peter fills in for me, because Peter is more Marty, and then Rory, I'm more Rory. I don't like Peter's. Peter's too it's too much white shit. He's like the clean white. He's not enough dirty white for me. That's my problem.
Are
Well,
Roars
he's
and I dirty
professional radio, so he's programmed that way, as he should be. He makes his money that way.
Yeah, but he doesn't come from professional radio. He didn't get his start on professional radio.
Yeah, but he's been doing professional radio for how many years?
9 on the morning show.
So what? Anyway, thank you, Peter, for holding it down while in my absence. I went to do a bunch of Texas shit. And then from Texas, where did I go?
Los Angeles.
I went to L.A. to hang out, to babysit Nikki Heaton and her manager. That's what I call it anytime I'm with fucking kids. I call it babysitting now with this fucking podcast.
Nice.
And then from there, we went to the Poconos, right? Took my kid over there, and we were there for the weekend. But yeah, way to go, Marty. We here. Took my kid over there, and now we are here.
Here we are.
You missed the food poisoning I received from the Poconos.
No.
Oh.
No, that's not true.
Yo,
That's not true.
I was dying. I saw the light. I was praying over the porcelain, just wondering what color they were going to make my airbrush T-shirt when I died.
Hopefully not the color they made me on our podcast T-shirt, which is not my color at all.
It was we
Can I make your death T-shirts like your rest in peace, remember Tory Lane's T-shirt? I mean Rory Lane's T-shirts.
I'd prefer if you use my real name, but you know.
Well, you're dead, so nobody cares what you prefer. I'm not one of those guys after you die. He would have wanted it this way. No. We want to do everything the way he wouldn't have wanted it because he really can't do shit about it. No, actually, funny you say that. My son, he didn't finish his food, so I was trying to be a dad, and I picked the plate up and said, "Hey, why you didn't finish your food?" He said, "I'm not really feeling well. It fucked with my stomach." He didn't say that, but that's what he said. And then immediately after that conversation, I ran to the toilet and stayed there for a long time. So then Toy and Asia, they came up to me when we were at the bar, and they said, "Well, you and Trey the only ones that got fucked up." I said, "Well, how do you know?" Mm-hmm. Like, we haven't asked anybody else. We haven't spoken to anybody else, and y'all wouldn't know I was fucked up or Trey if I didn't come tell y'all. So in that group chat, yeah,
I was
see
riding,
a lot of people got
I was
fucked
riding
up.
back with Asia, and my stomach started feeling crazy, and I said, "Damn, am I that much of a faggot?
Damn, too much Hennessy.
Am I that much of a faggot that I got car sick?" And then I got back.
Well, let me answer you. Yes, you are that much of a faggot, even if you didn't get car sick.
Yeah. Trey's looking at me like some fucking pansy.
Yeah.
We had to pull over.
Yeah. I think he told me about that.
Can you really take your reverb off? It sounds horrible.
All right, so take it off. I don't care.
It sounds really
I mean,
bad.
I really don't hear it.
You kind of
Thank
like
you.
you kind of look like Cameron today.
You look like Easter's coming. This is a very pastel outfit that you have on. Are you going out after this?
No.
Look like an emoji, like a Cameron emoji.
What about me looks like a Cameron?
You know, like when they make those little. Now they make. Those
I have
movies of
on.
artists.
What is this that I'm wearing?
It's like
What color is
a
this?
salmon pink bomber jacket.
That's maybe a salmon pink.
I don't think it's salmon.
It's-
I think
it's-
like salmon.
It's Easter.
It looks like beige to me.
You look like you got
And
dipped in Easter
the
dye.
material of it,
It's
I think, is
pinkish.
making it like.
Pink.
It's not pink. It's beige.
No.
I mean, I don't really care.
That's not beige.
And then he's like lightened his beard up a little bit. He's got like a 5 o'clock show.
What did she say? You were complimenting me at one point.
Yeah, you look like a grown man / rapper, like a grown rapper.
So this isn't how I always look.
No, absolutely not. Usually
I
you look
wouldn't say
homeless.
grown man either.
Well, thanks. I wouldn't
beard
expect
is-
you to. I wouldn't expect you to say anything. All right, so we got a lot to get to.
Yeah.
we
We do.
have a lot to get to.
We had a guest that would have been fucking phenomenal, but he had to cancel last minute. I'm just gonna put that out there because a lot of people. I said we had a guest coming last week. I just want to put that out there now that we no longer have one.
Yeah, he had to cancel at the last minute. Shout out to him. Hopefully everything's good with him. Where do you want to start? Let's start with Oscars.
We can. White people did well.
Shut the fuck up, Rory. Rory and myself, Marty. I'm assuming you Googled the Oscars, streamed
Yeah.
them. You don't have.
Well-
it's not. You don't have a TV.
I don't even have a television now.
You don't have TV, cable, any. You just.
Just out here living in this world.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
I mean, I have Wi-Fi through a cable company, so
All
I
right,
have
we don't
cable
care.
at
We don't want to go through all of it. Did you see the Oscars or not?
I did not, but I know. I know.
All right, so Marty was boycotting with us.
Yes.
Yes, Marty the Body was boycotting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've had enough black in you to be able to boycott.
Hello.
So, Rory and I watched the Oscars in the Poconos.
I was home by then. I had left.
Oh yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah, I left by then.
All right, you were home. You watched it at home.
I did watch it at home
All right,
while I
so
was slowly dying.
I was having a conversation with Toy and Toy's friend Jay. And Jay was very into this broadcast like I was prior to it airing, right? And Toy couldn't understand why we were so into it. She was one of those people that were saying, you do know that that's what keeps the Oscars on. Like, if you're going to watch it, like, it gives them ratings, and then whatever point you have or whatever point you're angry about, she was one of those.
It was actually their lowest rated show in 8 years.
Yeah, I know. And I tried to explain to her
which they tried to blame on Chris Rock, which I found
Oh, please.
rather
He was,
odd.
he was the
Please.
highlight of the show.
Oh, please.
They
don't
said
be
no.
stupid.
All the headlines said Chris Rock hosted Oscars, got lowest rating, which
Well-
I was like, you're putting this all on Chris Rock.
Well, you have to understand, white people use media outlets to drive home their point.
Darn it, he figured us out.
Fuck. So
They're onto us.
I did see those headlines. Sean King, even if your point was valid, there's some perspective that you're missing. Sean King writes for the Daily News, decided to put Chris Rock on the front page. Well, not him, but they put Chris Rock on the front page and had unflattering headlines about the job that he did. I personally enjoyed him. I thought that there were no more perfect host to host and speak to the feelings and sentiments of black people than Chris Rock. That's another thing Toy said. Toy said, what's so special about Chris Rock doing it? It'd be the same shit if fucking Kevin Hart did it. No. And that's
Toy
when
really said that?
Yeah, but that's
God.
when I exited the conversation and I began to let Toy know that Chris Rock is a very, very vocal, advocate on Black Matters.
Well, I think Chris Rock is first intelligent and then funny.
Right. I think Kev would have been way
Extremely
more
intelligent,
There's so much
Comedic-
intelligence in his humor.
comedic genius, and the great ones, the great comics, they use the truth. So you already anybody who was familiar with Chris Rock already knew he was coming out with the shits, and he came out with the shits. He came out so much with the shits that some of that shit I didn't know how to feel about as it was occurring. I wasn't all for all of it. I hated that Stacey Dash shit.
Oh my God.
Hated it.
That was
Hated it.
very unnecessary.
She's so retarded.
I don't. Black people ain't fucking with Stacey Dash. I mean,
at
even if what was happening was supposed to be funny, even if it was funny, we wasn't about to laugh at it. It was very awkward.
Well, I think that might have something to do with his angle, Chris Rock's. I think it was to make everyone feel uncomfortable and awkward. Because it seemed that way from the gate. Like, from the monologue on, everything was awkward.
Well, once I learned, because the next day, and just in thinking about it, I tweeted, I was trying to figure out if maybe the writers for Chappelle's show or Chappelle had their fingerprints on on the monologue, and I was told that Neil Brennan, one of the writers, helped Chris Rock write that.
Yeah, Neil wrote with Chris Rock a lot. On the Top 5 movie, they wrote together on that.
So once I was told that, I tried to picture like that skit in the Chappelle Show. Mm-hmm. That skit is very Chappelle Show.
Super Chappelle.
And it so might be funny on the Chappelle Show.
And not at a super white situation.
Not while we already mad looking at the screen.
Yeah.
We already mad.
Got a chip on our shoulder watching this
Stacey Dash
shit.
is the last hoe that we want to see. Listen, I figured out ages ago that Stacey Dash was an airhead. Like, age, you know what? When the whole world was clamoring over Stacey Dash and how fine she is, where was that we heard her talk? It was somewhere around the All Falls Down video. Might have been somewhere around there where we heard her talk, and I was like, she made a mistake and did an interview or some shit. And I heard it, and I was like, whoa. You know how like when you see your favorite Instagram honey
have an opinion.
talk? Once they like shoot a video and you got to listen to them, and you got to hear how their brain is going.
Another reason I don't have Snapchat.
Yeah.
Oh, good
yeah, and then you quickly learn that their mouths are not attached to their brains. It's horrible. Stacey Dash is one of them. And then she did an interview afterward, which I don't know anything about, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, she's even worse than an Instagram model because she really has opinions. And strong
and, like,
opinions.
Sticks to them and like really fights for them.
And has an outlet.
And writes blog posts about them and talks
Why,
about them.
Why does Stacey Dash have an outlet?
Ask Fox News, bro.
Well, everybody. She's on Fox News?
Yeah,
she's on there often.
Oh, this makes total sense.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say.
It's a racist ass network that found the one person that.
Jesus. Stacey Dash is on Fox News.
I
didn't know that at all.
They do it with her, and they do it with that old black police chief, where they go, hey, this person looks like black people, but thinks like us. He's perfect.
We'll have diversity while still sticking with our ideals.
Homeboy.
Yeah, who's just all pro police, and I don't even want to.
Who is that? Don? Is that
Don Lemon?
Is that him?
No. This is an old police chief black guy. He's not really on there. They just bring one as a guest.
All right, I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, Don Lemon's not old, or my
bad. Right. Yeah.
Because I feel like that about him. That's why I thought that. But so I don't even want to talk about Stacey Dash too much. Chris Rock did great. No black people won outside of Leonardo DiCaprio. I was very excited.
Leo, though.
Yeah.
Very excited, very proud of Leo, very happy they didn't cut the music on while a real nigga was talking. You know what I mean? Because he went on and he he was just a class act, that guy. Did you see Kate?
Kate who?
Who's Kate? His Titanic co-star?
The chick he's been fucking for the last fucking 20 years or 10 years. I have long it's been. She's been in the audience fucking crying and all teary-eyed. And when she won in 2000, and what year was that she won? 2009
We're
or
still not sure which
10?
Kate we're talking about.
I don't know either, but the white girl that he been fucking, it's your job to keep up with this stuff.
I didn't know.
If you followed anything that wasn't Ty Dolla $ign or anything that wasn't urban, you are the person. Miss Info would know who I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, but he has not been.
Karen Civil or any one of your idols would know who I'm talking about right now.
Karen's my peer, but okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, why is she supposed to be my idol? I don't understand.
Oh, is she not? Mentor.
I mean, yeah, she definitely guides me and gives me good advice.
Sounding a little different today. Hold up. We're not going to dig into this. Just know
I don't understand what there's to dig. That's like my good friend. She's not really my idol. We're like
at the start of this podcast, if we listen to episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, one of those episodes, you were very adamant about her being your mentor. You've referred to her that way multiple times. It's on tape.
No, my mentor is Kathy, but Karen definitely gives me fucking great advice and helps guide me. No.
Who else, Kathy?
Kathy Yandeli. She's a writer.
I'm gonna find that clip.
Okay.
Just for you.
Well,
but we're not.
I love Karen
but we're not talking about Karen or you right now. So where were we going just now? I forgot.
How Kate, some woman named Kate.
Oh, no, but y'all, I don't fucking know. Don't try to know now either.
Well,
but anyway,
I said the bitch
she
from
was
Titanic.
all
Like, that's the only
crying,
Kate I know.
Fucking TMZ says that Chris Rock was lying about the fucking Girl Scout cookies and how much they made, the 65 grand. Apparently, that was supposed to be a skit. I certainly didn't know it was a skit. I thought it was a genius idea to bring girls to sell Girl Scout cookies in a locked room full of millionaires who are starving because they can't get any food.
And even if it wasn't true, Why are you gonna fucking research it? That was like an unnecessary research.
They also researched, not TMZ, but some media outlet was like, Chris Rock didn't actually go to Compton for the Compton skit.
Oh my God.
And it ended up he went to a movie theater on Crenshaw. So
Oh my God.
Whoa, so
Wow.
far off.
Crenshaw.
Well, I thought he did really well. I was happy that Mad Max cleaned up. I don't know why I was happy because I didn't see it. But I was just happy.
About to say that.
Oh, was that the
your favorite
context
film?
of the random Suge Knight dude in it? There was a Compton skit prior to that or something like that?
He went to a Compton movie theater and asked all of them had they seen X, Y, and Z movies.
All the white
All
movies.
of them said no, and then they said you see Straight Outta Compton, and everyone flipped out about it.
Ah, that was dope. That's dope.
I would like to see, and I'm not the guy who watches the Oscars and then has a whole list of movies that he wants to see from the Oscars, but I would like to see The Big Short. I would like to see The Room. That just sounds frightening to me, that concept about a pregnant lady gets kidnapped, guy throws her in a room, and now she has the baby in the room and has to raise this baby in this room.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even know about that.
It's like a shitty ass
It
scenario.
was
That sounds
nominated
interesting.
in every category. And I was like, what is this about? Like, even the trailer was spooky, and I'm not easily spooked. Like, why are these niggas in a room? And that's why they were in a room. So I do want to see those movies. And outside of that, I don't have anything else Oscar. I'm not even going to spend too much time on the Oscars. He brought the elephant. He pointed out the elephant in the room, and that was that. Do I expect anything to change? I'm not really sure. But that's that. Right?
Yeah, that's all I got.
You got. That's all you got.
No.
Guys got. Now I think that's a great segue to talk about segregation really quickly. Really quickly, I would like to add to segregation, and I want to pray to light-skinned God, Steph Curry, real quick. I have a question. I have a question about the two light-skinned gods who are moving us further away from all you dark-skinned niggas with your shenanigans. Who is the real light-skinned god? Steph Curry or Drake?
I think Drake.
No way.
I'm
Yeah.
going Steph Curry.
It would have to be Steph Curry.
I think
Well,
Drake's
you
been
have to
doing it
understand.
longer.
Well, no, Drake's a rapper,
On a
and he's a
mainstream
he's a
level.
huge rapper. But the NBA is the NBA, and Steph Curry is the best player in the world.
Yes. No question.
So I'm going Steph Curry.
You didn't see that game, did you?
No, but I know the game that you're talking about 2 nights ago.
Of course you do, because it transcended sports.
Yeah.
That was the shot that made the earth stand still. That shot happened on Saturday, and I couldn't wait for Monday and Tuesday to hear all the fucktards talk about that shot.
ESPN.
That shot was so arrogant to just pull up from there with your real form.
Oh, wait, you know what? I did see it. Like, it was like, wait. It was like when he was running, he threw it to his boy. The boy threw it right back, and then he hit it from like all the way out in the court, right?
I was
No.
great commentator.
No. It was the last play. They inbounded to Draymond. Draymond threw it to...
with a timeout left. They had a timeout,
and with time.
Wait, but that's what I'm talking
They
about,
threw
right?
it to Steph. Steph dribbled up.
which makes it way more arrogant.
Dribbled up, had a man on him. And I paused
Faked
it.
him out, right?
No, he just pulled up from where no one in the world could believe he stopped and took a straight form jump shot from over 30 feet away. The look of agony on on the defender's face. I paused. He was like, "Oh fuck!" Then they showed the Thunder bench, and Enes Kanter. That whole building knew that shot was going in before it went in. Oh my goodness gracious!
Chef Curry, man.
I don't want to hear any more about Allen Iverson being better than Steph Curry. I just don't.
I was wondering that the other day. Is he like officially the best ever to do it? Not better than anything, right?
No, I look at Steph Curry like a modern day Pistol Pete Maravich. I think I was telling this to somebody. Of course, I didn't see him play. However, from what I have seen and what I've heard from my father, who did see him play, he could pass, he could shoot, had range, he had handle. Like he was great, and he was short, which made it like amazing. He's doing amazing things, and to call him the greatest shooter ever is like a understatement. He's extremely too crafty around the rim. He's leading the league in field goal percentage at the rim, and I think he has the best handle in the league.
Well, the biggest criticism after that shot from media and actual NBA players is it's a very less aggressive league right now. And Curry, being as scrawny as he is, would not have lasted in an era that Allen Iverson prospered in, where it was a much more aggressive league.
Like,
Okay, great. That's true. That's true just because they'd have fucked him up. And he's not big enough to withstand Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn and Kevin McHale and those likes fucking him up.
And I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Charles Oakley.
To have that much percentage that close to the rim, at that being that small, it's a point to be made. That he can do that in this era, But that's why I thought Iverson was so great, because he was so small but was taking hits in the paint and finishing all the time.
Allen Iverson had to take 40 shots a night.
Oh.
And I don't want to hear about that being the team he was on, because that team was built around his skill set.
The Sixers?
Yeah.
Well, he also brought one of the shittiest NBA Finals teams ever to the finals.
However, that team was built around his skill set. And that team wasn't as bad as everybody makes them out to be.
They were pretty bad.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. They were a bad finals team. But they weren't a bad team.
Oh, well, yeah. Of course they were a good team, but I'm saying finals-wise.
Eric Snow was... am I saying it right? That was Eric Snow.
It was
right?
Eric Snow, yeah.
Eric Snow was serviceable. I mean...
He was a good point guard. He was a good backcourt.
Yeah, he played D. He played D. He was serviceable.
Him and Aaron McKee were great.
He was serviceable. Fucking... They had... Mutombo, who was a defensive player of the year, that was a great defensive team. Could they beat the fucking Lakers in the finals? Hell no. But when they won that first game, was I talking shit to niggas?
Oh,
yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. Steph Curry keeps getting 50 and not playing in the fourth quarter, and he did it the other night with one free throw on like 14 shots. He was 12 for 14, 10 of 12 from 3. Like, would anybody rather have Allen Iverson if you had to start a team?
No.
And don't think that and please don't think that I'm shading Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson's like an icon and a legend. I think when it's all said and done, he won't be better than Well, he's not better than Steph Curry now, but Steph Curry, when it's all said and done, if he continues at this pace without the ankle issues, he's gonna be up there.
I agree.
Well, is he the best point guard in the league right now?
He's the best player in the league right now.
I'm close. I'm close to there. I'm not ready to say that. I don't know if he does enough on the defensive end, even though he plays defense.
He just looks lazy when he does it. He's still playing.
Yeah, he looks very relaxed during all that shit. But I don't want to talk about sports too much because look at my. I thought you saw the game or the highlights or whatever.
I saw the one little shot. It was
when
a GIF.
the guy passed it to the other guy.
His homie, and then
exactly.
threw it right back, alley-oop and all that.
What else do we need to talk about? Oh, you guys' favorite person, Troy Ave.
Oh yeah,
Yep. BSB. What up?
Interesting situation.
BSB,
which I still think should. That's a weird name because Backstreet Boys. That's what I think of when I hear BSB.
I don't think Backstreet Boys and Troy Ave have the same demographic.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think they're making music for the same people.
Did Backstreet Boys go as BSB?
Yeah,
And I'm a Backstreet Boys fan. I'm not shitting on them.
BSB for life.
Man, they ain't want no drama with NSYNC. Fuck out of here. Fuck, NSYNC got them niggas out of here.
Nah,
shit, 98
BSB
degrees,
was the
damn,
real
they got them niggas out of here.
Nah.
Toward the end.
No, 98 degrees never
was
held
very
a
underrated.
torch.
Monty had
underrated.
the 98 Degrees album. You did. I know
I
you
did. I had all three.
See, I know you did.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. I was a fan of all of them.
You had to be like a real boy
God.
band head to really fuck with 98 degrees.
No, you should just said Hanson and O-Town.
Oh, I love
Yo, Hanson had hits, man.
How do you go from Hanson and O-Town to fucking Dipset and G-Unit?
I don't know.
I mean, something that's really wrong. I hate y'all. Anyway, let's get off of that for a minute. Troy Ave is beefing with Joey Badass. Mm-hmm. That's just a weird whack beef anyway to begin with.
Super whack.
Like, that beef don't have nobody running to the fucking tape recorder.
At all.
Unless you want to laugh.
No, now that's not to say that anything is wrong with Troy Ave or Joey Badass. It's just if I had to pick two people to beef, it wouldn't be Joey Badass and Troy Ave.
Nope.
So I saw this fucking Instagram post because on my timeline people were killing that shit from Troy Ave. Apparently, Joey Badass said something first.
Yeah,
he started.
He did.
I mean, this all goes back to a while ago. The beef started last summer or so when Troy Ave was doing an interview and he was just talking about how he's got like the biggest numbers for an independent album. He sold like 7,700 copies or something like that. And
Who, Joey Badass?
No, Troy was talking about himself, and he was like, that was like one of the biggest independent rappers from New York ever. Da da da. And Joey tweeted basically like, nah, bro, like I'm independent and I sold way more than you. So
is Joey Badass independent?
I mean, he's super adjacent. Like he's distributed through Sony Red. And
Joey Badass is not independent.
Right.
Well, Sony Red does the distribution. Are they doing marketing, publicity? No. That's independent. They're just doing, it's a distribution cut. Will his album be in more stores? Yes. But it's digital age. So, I mean, I think iTunes is probably your biggest market. Or shout out to Tidal. Could stream it there, Tidal.com.
Oh, Lord, do we have to deal with Rory and his shit again? All right, so
then there's like a little Twitter exchange.
Even if he's
this age and independent for sure.
Being distributed by Sony Red is not really independent.
Independent and adjacent.
Sony Red's distribution and E1's distribution are not the same.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Okay.
All right, so let's throw that out the window.
So that's what
But,
started this
but
all.
Sony Red not putting him on Jimmy Kimmel. Like, they're not pushing him. They're giving him a money split to put his album
Well,
out.
I don't know enough about his situation or his deal, so I can't comment on it.
But
Fair
that's
enough.
what started all of this. So then,
But why is Joey Badass even?
Why did he care?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I don't
Joey
know.
Badass sold a lot of records.
right, he did, and he's doing
So why
very
does
well.
Shitload of records.
So why does he care that
I mean,
Troy
let's take into
Ave-
account that he just turned 21, so he's a kid, and I guess kids like to argue on the internet. You know.
I've never really seen Joey Badass argue on the internet. I've never really seen Joey Badass be upset with rappers. Well, outside of me, but
See,
He was mad at you.
yeah,
The name thing or what?
yeah. No, the fucking.
He was the best Joey.
Yeah, it was the line in the Slowdowns record. To me, it's just one Joey, just badass. I thought that was a great
Oh,
line.
you dissed him.
I wasn't dissing.
I mean,
it
that
was
was like
wordplay.
a yeah.
Oh, you
What are you even talking
dissed
about
the
here?
shit out of him.
I mean, it's
That's
a diss
crazy.
a little bit though. It's like a
Why?
slight.
It's a
like
diss
slight.
if you're a fucking kid.
Exactly.
Your
and how
name
old
is
is he?
your name is Joey Badass. My name is Joey,
Not
and
so
when
much
I
of a
rap,
badass.
I'm badass. So look at that wordplay. I don't have time to explain it to fucking kids.
well-
He knew not to throw a bar my way, and that was it. However,
you tell him.
I'm not playing with these niggas. Any of you niggas that want to rap against me, I would advise against it.
Message.
Before you send your shots. I've
Headlines.
been dissing rappers on this podcast for the last month. I ain't heard a fucking peep.
Woo!
And that's
where's
not
that
to say
owl?
that I'm not dissing Joey Badass. I'm just saying what he was mad at to me was not a diss.
But if he wanted, he could get it. That's what you're saying.
I wasn't attempting
you.
to diss him. So, but he dissed or he spoke up against Troy Ave.
on Twitter, and then he spoke about it in an interview with Ebro in the Morning, and then it kind of died, and then he recently put out a song last week called Ready, and in it he just said something about I guess his pro era group mate sold more than Troy Ave.
Which is probably true.
Yeah, and he said Troy Ave's name, so that's
Well,
what
why'd he do
prompted-
that?
Right, so that's what
He
prompted
said
Troy.
his name was Kirk. He said my man Kirk sold more than Troy Ave.
Okay, shout out
Which,
to
by
Kirk.
the way,
Well, even if it's
by the
true.
way, that you could look at that as not a diss.
I mean, it
my
is
man,
facts.
my man, who's on the lowest of pro era, outsold a somewhat established rapper in New York.
No,
That's
it's a diss.
something
No.
to
Troy
say.
Ave is not an established rapper in New York. Troy Ave is on the come up.
How long are they on the come up? I'm curious now. I'm being
Until he
objective
finally
here.
makes it.
What is it? How long are you on the come up? I'm just curious.
It's relative.
So you could be on the come up till you're dead. You could be 70 years old and I'm still on the come up, but you know how it go. We got to grind. We got to get this money. Like
Rory,
I'm just curious.
come
When
on.
are we not on the come up anymore? When are we plateauing?
Come on.
When have we just stopped? When is the come up over?
Oh, Madi's laughing extra hard at this because she doesn't like Troy Ave.
I have no. This is
No,
objective. I have
no,
no
I know
No
you. I'm
doggy
just
in this
talking
fight.
about Madi.
No
Why is she? This is funny, but it's not as funny as Madi is.
Rose, you're just so clever.
Normally, when that happens, there's a vested interest somewhere else. Okay, so let's talk about that. That's a good question. No, if you're 70 years old and you fucking drop dead, it's over, my nigga.
He died grinding.
Yeah, he was out there getting it.
Yo, if he just would have made it to 71.
All right.
He was
All right, so
right
now
there.
Let me ask you a more serious question. Do you think Chinks was on the come up, or was he established?
I think he still had a lot to grow.
Chinks was on the come up.
Yeah.
I think there was definitely room. He had just gotten a big single. The
He
single,
had a leg to stand on.
So
yeah,
look-
you saw growth. You saw mixtapes to radio records. You saw progress.
See, and that's my problem with people. Chinks is liked. Troy Ave is not liked.
Well, whose fault is that?
I think you're about to make a fair point
So
in our perception of how we look at these two things.
That's a good point.
Like Troy Ave, and I won't begin to act like I'm so well versed in all of Troy Ave's music.
Nor am I. That's why my opinions
However,
are objective.
I see him and Nelson out there working. Now,
I do
my
too.
opinion is Troy Ave makes himself very easy to hate.
Mm-hmm.
And this instance with Joey Badass is yet again another valid reason for other people to hate Troy Ave. Troy Ave dissed, what's the gentleman's name?
Capital Steez, may he rest in peace.
And he is who?
He is a member of Pro Era who committed suicide in December of 2012 because he was battling serious depression. And he was young at the time, 18, 19, 17, child.
Now, why is this gentleman's name coming out of Troy Ave's mouth? What point is being made outside of, older niggas just looking at you and saying, all right, that's just ignorant. Ignorant for lack of a better term. Actually, not for lack of a better term, but y'all my people. So I'm not going to say that term. But why is he talking about him? I'm lost.
And saying that he's burning in hell at that.
So now Troy Ave yet again has alienated an entire group of people. Now, this is not the first time Troy Ave has done this. I have seen Troy Ave years ago, I want to say about 2 years ago. He was tweeting some shit about depression and how anybody with depression is a weirdo or a sucker or a faggot. That hit me, but it couldn't hit me too hard coming from him because clearly he just knows not what he speaks. So I DM'd Hovain and I said, hey, just a word of advice.
Get your man.
You might want to curve that one. Because there are plenty of people that one day y'all may need to speak to who have suffered from that. So, and I'm only able to recognize this in him because I've stood in my own way so many times. Troy Ave is how old?
30?
20, yeah.
He's up. He
ain't a young spring
He's
chicken.
too old.
I don't know.
He's too old.
28 to 30. Let's put him in that realm.
20 to 30. No.
28 to 30.
Yeah, 27 to 30, somewhere around there. He's too old for age to be an excuse. And because that's my man, I won't say my man like Thanksgiving dinner, my man, but because that's somebody I dap when I see, it's important for me to say this on this platform and when I see him or his representation. Because clearly he's missing the point.
30.
Like, so now what happens if anyone uses foresight at all? Joey Badass is well within his right to go fuck them niggas up. And clearly we see he don't have a problem doing that when he just swung on motherfucking paparazzi outside of whatever concert that was of Irving.
Right.
We saw that footage.
No, that was outside the Garden. That was coming out of
out of
Easy
the Garden.
shit. Even worse.
Yeah, even worse. So if you missed that footage, there's footage going around of Joey Badass coming out of Madison Square Garden and paparazzi touched him or they said
they
something.
Called him A$AP Rocky.
They called him A$AP Rocky and he turned around and he gave them niggas exactly what they deserved and had coming on.
Travis Scott did the same thing. People do not like when you call them A$AP Rocky, guys.
All right, well, let me play devil's advocate here. Is there a line we draw in diss records?
Well, that's what we were talking about too. Like, has it been worse before? And people kept saying that, but they didn't have an argument. What line is worse than saying that your deceased homeboy was burning in hell because he committed suicide, and you don't feel like that's a good thing to do?
I'm just curious where you draw the line. That's all.
I mean, what's the worst line?
Wherever you draw it. I mean, that's my thing. You draw the line wherever it is you decide to draw it, but be cognizant of recourse.
Well, I think anything is fair in a diss record as long as it's good.
I heard the record's good. I haven't listened to it.
It's not.
I haven't heard it.
I've seen
my
decent
personal
reviews.
opinion. This is not my opinion of Troy Ave or any of his music. I just don't like that diss track. I thought it was really bad. All his points made absolutely no fucking sense in what he was trying to get across about Joey Badass.
I do want to make it clear though that I don't think he's wrong for making a diss record. If Joey said
No, I think beef is super healthy in hip hop.
Definitely, but I think the capital C shit was so fucking stupid.
I think there's something wrong with saying something about someone who isn't alive to defend themselves.
Yep.
That's a fair point.
That person has nothing to do with this beef other than being associated with Joey Badass. That person had his own demons and dealt with it the way they saw fit.
Yep.
That's for them and their higher power or lower power to deal with. Who the fuck is Troy Ave now to come intervene? I don't know the relationship between Steez and Joey Badass. They could have been like real. I don't know how that affected Joey Badass. And I'm not speaking up for Joey Badass. I'm just speaking up on behalf of the people that can identify with shit like that. I'm one of those people. I don't get it. It just doesn't offend me because he knows not what he speaks.
And while I want to play devil's advocate on that point, I thought it was corny after the fact that he went on his Instagram and put up a caption reiterating what he said about
what did he say?
Hashtag you not ready when your homies kill they self, they're suckers forever. It speaks to your character and the company you keep. That's weirdo shit.
Oh my god, he's so
never commit suicide, y'all. It's not the answer.
Troy, I would hope first of all that post reeks of you not having anything else to say that you deem to be hurtful to Joey Badass. And when you do diss records, for me anyway, I always do my research and get some homework. That reeks of that, number one. Number two, I would hope that Nelson or Hovain or somebody with some fucking sense over there behind Troy Ave were to speak to him about that, and hopefully one day later on, Troy Ave will regret that, or at least see the other side and act like fucking John. I just hate humans.
Right.
I mean, that's really just what it all boils down to. Hopefully, you can get some more perspective, and we don't have
This
to
will be
deal
a
with
learning
it.
I just thought it was a bit weird that his angle was, you don't have a record on the radio, you don't play in the clubs, you weirdo shit. Is that a diss? When you're selling
More than you?
200,000 copies of your album and you're not even old enough to get in the club?
Joey Badass sold a lot of records.
He's officially now allowed to get in the club, by the way.
Okay.
Who, Joey Badass?
Yeah, as
I
of
think Joey
January.
Badass was going to clubs before he was.
I'm
I
allowed.
mean,
sure
of
he was,
course,
but-
but it was
That's not your lifestyle.
yeah, I'm saying.
I get upset at just the lack of civility. That's what it is. Like, just as a human being. I can't. And I'm not spending too much time on this because I'm not that invested. And I don't want to sound like I'm
I mean,
that
you know what else
invested.
this speaks to though? Like, is depression, suicide, and all these different things so taboo? Like in the hood, that's why he has this ideology. I mean, we spoke about this before about how, you know, society makes it so hard for a man to come out and speak about being depressed and speak about really feeling the way, and people really oppress them and say like, man up, just fucking stop being in your feelings. Whereas a woman is able to do that more. Maybe it just speaks to what the fuck happens deep in Brooklyn they don't understand.
Well, as we've already addressed on this podcast
Right.
many a time, awareness for depression and mental illness is very, very, very low. Mm-hmm. However, they both are from Brooklyn.
Right.
What is this, like a Brooklyn beef?
Which is silly. We need to be together.
Oh, hey, I want to talk to Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
He's not calling his dog.
Is Brooklyn in the house?
Without a
I
doubt.
want to talk to gentrified Brooklyn.
I don't know if they listen to this podcast.
Hey, Joe.
Would you like to go get some green tea and try
Yeah,
this
Rory and Marissa are
cycling
from
class?
gentrified fucking Brooklyn.
Yes.
I fucking
Totally
So,
from there.
never go to Brooklyn.
So, I will be the first to tell you, when I got the Kanye album, I indeed thought that he had a song with Future. I did. And I thought that was confirmed when I heard one of my favorite tags, Metro Boomin wants some mo.
No. If
Metro Boomin wants some hoes.
if
Metro Boomin
doesn't
want to
trust you, I'm gonna
smoke.
shoot you. That was the tag.
Was that the tag?
That was the tag.
I like that
In
one
that
too.
song.
I like that one too. I like Metro Boomin's tag.
I do too.
Me too.
What tags do we like from producers? Hey, producers.
Maserona
Hey,
Big
wait. Because producers think that all their tags is hot when they're not.
Yeah, not all of them.
I love A-Rap's tag.
I like
Justice is just so iconic that
I love. Wait, what?
I said Justice is just so iconic.
Are you saying just or
Just.
justice?
Just Blaze? Justice. Not
yeah.
really.
Why do you talk like that? Why do you like it?
Because it's
double
plural.
S's?
It's he owns that tag.
Just.
All right. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you're saying justice is.
Yeah, because
No,
there's
I
no
said
like
just.
two
What the
S's
fuck
in
is
there.
wrong?
Just is-
I like
Just
Cardo
is tag.
got
Just
wings.
is-
It's like Cardo got wine.
I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
Marty, don't start naming a bunch of niggas from New Orleans that I don't know.
He's not from. I don't even know where he's from. He's not New Orleans.
I like who's Meek's guy? Meek's guy. Jalil. Jalil Jungle Beats.
Oh yeah, and he's
my-
always telling us saying, and then
my
holla at
It's
me.
God.
Jalil Beats. It's not
Yeah.
Jungle Beats. I always.
What is it?
It's
It's
Jalil
Jalil
Beats. Is the
Beats.
name.
Yeah, but Jungle's way harder.
I like Zombie on the track.
I like
Zombie
Zombie
on the track is
on the
hard.
track. That's
Yeah.
hard. That's hard. That's hard.
I always like that one.
What is Just Blaze's tag?
Just Blaze.
You.
Oh,
It's,
I
it's
made
you.
that
It's
tag.
mocking you.
Yeah.
I made that tag. So why am I asking about that? What other tags do we like? Yeah, if you're not in that mix, then I don't want to hear your tag. I like Cardiac's tag. I mean, even though it's just the flat line, but I like it. It's creative. Who else?
I'm trying to think.
A-Rap shit just always sounds so dark.
Oh, and prayers.
grungy.
They like the
Prayers out to
era
A-Rap.
thing.
Prayers out to A-Rap, who I have spoken to today,
Is he doing well?
and I have spoken to yesterday, and I have spoken to the day before,
Suffice to say, he spoke to him.
because him and I have some things in the works, and I'll leave it at that. Now, A-Rap, if you did not know, was shot this past weekend, shot in the leg,
Thursday.
head, or wherever they said. Hopefully he
Yeah.
was grazed. I don't have enough information
His
on the
head was
whereabouts.
grazed, and then he was shot in like the face and the.
And then his man got shot somewhere in the leg, I guess.
Yeah.
So
at a parking garage in Harlem.
I was very distraught when I received this news. because that's not the first time this has happened to A-Rab, number one.
Nope, it happened in 2013 as well at a botched robbery.
Yeah, I know, and he came to record. He came to play some beats at the Slaughterhouse section shortly after that, and
He real.
and you just would think that people would move a little differently when
what
something
I
like that
said.
happens. Now, I don't know what happened because I didn't ask. I was just so excited that he was well and able to speak and moving around. But A-Rab is 4'4", wears a lot of jewelry, and has a nice car, and doesn't travel with security very often from what I know. Now, that is my man. But he was on 125th Street at 4 in the morning is
Yes,
what this
sir.
said.
No, it was actually, I think it was like a little earlier than that. It was like evening, 7 p.m. or so.
Nah.
I thought it was at like 4 or
No.
5.
No, I think it was at night. I'll look this up.
Nobody is shooting you at,
Right,
7
at 7
p.m. on
p.m.
125th Street. But it doesn't matter. I don't go to 125th Street in the daytime when the sun is shining. Like, so it doesn't matter whether it was 7 or not. Bottom line, I'm glad that A-Rab and his friend were in stable condition and are all right. So prayers out to them because we're losing way too many people. I've said on many occasions, I feel like I've lost someone every 2 weeks.
7 p.m.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
I had to catch those idiots.
And they arrived on a pedicab. I'm not sure. Was it like the little bicycle shit?
You're just running around Brooklyn not Brooklyn, 125th at 7 p.m. with a 380 looking to shoot somebody.
Crazy little motherfuckers.
All right. Well, good, as long as A-Rab is all right. What else occurred?
50 versus Ebro.
Yeah,
That occurred.
Do we want to talk about this now?
we can.
Yeah, why not?
Because we had a guest that was coming who was perfect to talk about it.
Yeah.
Did he reschedule
And then our guest
or
is not
kinda
here.
up in the air?
And I would like to speak to someone about it, whether that be 50 or Ebro or Tax or Charlemagne
I could've
or
brought Ebro.
Envy or Star or who else? Hove.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him up right now. Actually,
You
I got
should-
it.
You should have mentioned that like an hour ago. I could have come through.
Could have got him on the line.
Oh yeah, because you were just with Hove.
Yeah.
Shut the
Title.com.
fuck up, Rory.
When B texted me earlier, I would have brought it up. You
I
know
don't
what
have
I'm
time
saying?
for fucking Rory Lane's bullshit, all right? Now, okay, this is what we are talking about. We're talking about radio wars, which I think is the undercurrent of streaming wars. I will explain that maybe next week or some shit.
Okay.
But, so, who's filling us in? Are either one of you going to fill us in? No, I don't let you do it because you work at Hot 97. I don't want to hear you do it. Rory.
Okay.
From what I understand, 50 Cent put up a picture of Ebro and said he was on the radio suggesting that 50.
Actually, no. But go ahead.
Oh man, we got sensitive Sally in the building. Every time I meant to have my talk with you. Every time we discuss anything with Hot, Marty puts up her fucking
I
defensive.
don't, and I want to have this combo
skin.
as objectively as I can, but you do have to understand these are not only my peers, but my superiors, people putting money in my pocket, and a place that I want to grow in. So
Well, you didn't say anything just now.
I know, but I was just saying that's not really how it started. And you're
Then-
telling me
then
that
you
I'm
tell
putting
me.
my
You
my
tell
place
us
up.
how it started then.
I mean, it
Objectively,
did
please.
come from that,
Oh,
but
so that's what we were
That was the
well,
beginning.
but it seems to say the way you were insinuating was that Ebro was on the radio that morning speaking about it, and that's not the case. We don't know what the hell set 50 off. This was a conversation.
Maybe a hangover.
Perhaps, but this was from an interview that Ebro and 50 had together like months back or even years back, and 50 actually agreed that yes, he's part of the reason why like New York was a bit divided for a while because of the whole Ja Rule thing. People didn't want to work with Ja, and people wanted to work with Fifth, and people couldn't, they wanted to but they couldn't because of the whole beef, and 50 would go out them too, and it was a whole big thing. So 50 then woke up thinking about it, I guess, and put the meme up that just said, this guy right here says I'm responsible for bringing down New York, and then you could take it from there. Go ahead.
Well, the point that he made on the latter part was that Ebro is also responsible because he's not playing any of New York's records on the radio.
Right.
That was the latter part of the point that 50 made.
And then Ebro clapped back, and it was basically the same message. And Ebro,
I didn't feel like it was a clapback from Ebro.
yeah, I mean, it was like a super like, well, cool if that's how you feel, come up
Yeah,
here, bro. Like,
yeah, I just thought that was a regular response.
yeah, Ebro was not feeling any type of way. But it kind of bugs me because Ebro's not the program director, and 50's been in the music business long enough to understand how radio works and that Ebro's not choosing every single song that goes on, and that Hot 97 and any.
But Ebro was the program director
at one time. Yes, he was
quite some time,
and again
for a while.
Yeah, and he they've put New York artists.
So then,
on.
why are you confused about that?
Because he's not now, and if he's saying
But
now,
he was. No, not
here's
now.
a direct quote. This it's a picture of Ebro. The caption is, "This guy said I destroyed New York hip hop because I didn't work with New York artists to cover up that he was the program director that wouldn't play their records."
So he's talking about when he was the
Okay.
program director. And I think that's why Ebro catches a lot of flack, because he was the program director and he's been a very visible front man for
Right.
Hot 97.
Right.
Ebro has taken shots for the whole team.
yeah,
He's taking them for Flex. He's taking them for C. He's taking them for Syph. He's taking anybody.
And done them in a very great way, in my opinion.
He's done well. He handles it well. Ebro is one of the brighter people in radio. So he handles himself well. So now, while he was the program director, and I want people to know that the chain of command did not begin and end with Ebro.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's the part that gets lost. But he is the face, so I understand all the shit coming his way. So now, while he was the program director, wait, let's not get into that just yet. So from there, 50 disses Ebro, and now all of the people who secretly hate Ebro
Use this as a catalyst, to
which
then
is
get
what
all their
which
feelings
is
off.
which is I never get people to do this.
and it's the same. Never mind.
I personally don't get it, but that's me. So we have, who was it? It was Tax. Was it somebody else?
I only saw text.
I only saw text too. I don't know if there was. I'm sure there was others, but
It was others.
it was the typical.
I mean, it was the
faces
topic of the
Twitter.
day, so
What'd you
I'm
say?
sure- it was the topic of the day on Twitter, so I'm sure everyone that's our peer.
Well, because we kept getting more information and new developments. Now, what some people didn't know was that Tax and Ebro have had their own behind-the-scenes bullshit that has been bubbling and brewing for quite some time.
yes,
And it's not Rory's about to fall.
I told you this
Rory
chair was
Lanez,
broken.
You're really trying to emulate Tory
He
Lanez.
just looks so awkward.
Can you
just
not
now.
fall? Have you ever learned how to sit in a seat? No? Are you
jokes
good?
off.
Can we hear you?
His arms
your
like
jokes
flailed
off.
helplessly.
Get your
like,
jokes
Yeah, the
off.
funny
just
shit
like-
is his arms are so short. When he was falling, he couldn't even grab
like
the
a little
floor for
dinosaur,
leverage.
like,
He was just
yeah,
grabbing at air.
Howdy ho.
Oh, we gotta teach this guy how to fall. All right,
wish we had cameras.
so yeah, Tax and Ebro have had their own shit
Right.
brewing for quite some time. Tax is part of Loudspeaker Network.
He is.
Loudspeaker Network also hosts Charlemagne, his podcast Brilliant Idiots. We all know Charlemagne and Ebro have had their shit going for quite some time. Tax is on Charlemagne's show and has been a really good friend and associate of him for quite some time. And then Combat Jack is over there. So all of the podcast powerhouses, air quotes,
Yeah,
are over there. Except for me.
except us because we real.
Because we independent.
Yeah, not Joey Badass independent either. Like real live independent.
We Troy Ave independent. Don't look at me like that. Go ahead.
But don't do that again, Monty. For real. Okay, so now back to this whole shit and why I think this is interesting. The attack on Ebro and Hot is they do absolutely nothing for New York artists, or they haven't helped to break New York artists in quite some time. They don't help to curate the sound of New York, right? That is the attack.
That is the attack. Yes,
That is the surface attack.
correct.
I'm positive that the people who have a problem with Ebro and Hot have some other issues or have some other motives. But the surface, how you get all the people to come along and raise the fucking fuck Hot 97 flag, is by saying, hey, they don't do anything to support New York or whatever the fuck they're saying. Now,
Right.
with that said, is that true?
No. ASAP
Why?
Rocky himself just said in an interview a couple months ago that Rosenberg was the first one to play his music on New York radio. And again, because of, like I said, you like I didn't actually say this. DJs, radio people cannot just pick and choose what they play on the air. You guys know that, but I don't know if the general public understands that. There's market testing that goes into that shit. They can't jump out of the fucking window and play a Joey Badass record in the middle of the day. You know, there is a mix show built for that. And if you listen to the new at 2, DJ Enough is putting on Dave East and Trey Pizzy and all these people every single solitary day, and Dougie F and all these people.
You're naming current people.
I know, but I'm just saying that, like, they're doing what they can. I can't speak for what they've been doing, but it's the same. It's the same argument every time.
No, but
though.
wait. We have to be objective here in this discussion.
And playing a record on Rosenberg's show is not breaking an artist.
Okay,
I'm just going to point that out.
Again, what can Rosenberg do?
I don't even want to
His
talk
hands
about
are
that.
tied.
Rosenberg had a show where he got to play all of the backpack niggas that he enjoyed.
And he still does. Yeah, and he does. And they bring artists up for interviews. But if they're not getting the green
but didn't
light,
that show go away for a little while?
No, it was. It almost did, but it didn't. It never did. It's never missed a beat. But if they're not getting the green light from up ahead that they can play these records, then what the hell are they going to do?
So I don't want to talk about what's happening now. I think everyone will agree that Hot is doing what they can to be a bit more in tune with what's happening locally and on the local scene. I think this attack stems from the 2000s.
Yeah, maybe an older era. You're right. I agree with you. But the thing is, you know that, and I think these older people know that these fucking kids jumping in don't fucking even know what battle they're fighting. They don't get that. You ask them, New York doesn't. Hot 97 plays nothing. Does nothing.
So I mentioned this. It's not just Hot. New York radio, period, ignored the ascension of the internet. They did. Both parties, both stations were very smug,
a little arrogant, a little pretentious.
All of those words, you're taking them out my mouth. And they did that kind of until they didn't have a choice.
I can agree with that, yeah.
So, Power, I think, maybe started a little sooner because Power was a piece of shit and they were losing for a long time. This is just this is just me. I'm speculating.
From the outside looking in, yeah.
I'm only speculating. I have absolutely zero inside information. But when you're going down, I know you just start swinging at shit, and it worked. But shortly after, every business had to pay attention. Mm-hmm. All of them. I'm not just talking about music. Every single business now had to pay attention to online. Everything I was trying to tell Kevin Liles in 2003 and 4.
Labels went through it too.
Yeah, everybody. So we can see that now. Now, that's point number 1. Point number 2, Tax, right? Tax does promote a lot of New York artists.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that's
gets
mainly what he's known for outside of his podcast.
Yeah.
Does anyone think he's doing this for free?
No,
I think he started out doing it for free.
Fee.
Does he do it for free now?
Doubt it.
I would hope not.
I don't know the answer to that question, but I doubt it.
As do I.
I don't think that he is going as hard for the people he is going hard for free. Tex, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. I just don't know, but I'm speculating. So if that's the case, does he have an argument? Because that would make him and almost
like Paola Jace.
That would make, well, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, again, like Rory said, it might not have been like that in the beginning, and he might be getting with these artists, getting behind them because he believes in them. I doubt he's just taking a check from anybody.
Now, I think
let's look at the artists.
Wait, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm knocking a hustle because I'm not.
Right. No. We get.
I don't
what
want
you're
people to miss
saying,
my point.
but,
I'm not knocking that hustle if it exists.
But he's going hard for somebody because he's getting a check in his pocket, is what you're saying. But again, I would like to think that he's not getting behind just anybody. I think these are artists he actually does believe in and wants to see prosper. And if it'd be hustling backwards.
I
if
would
he was
believe
pushing
that he has genuine love for the Naya Supreme girl.
Yeah,
right?
Naima Supreme.
Naima Supreme. I
Millie
apologize.
Rock.
The Millie Rock dude.
Kids. Yeah.
What's my man with the song that I liked?
I think he's been helping Designer, the Panda guy, the future of Jace.
Shmurda was his biggest one.
The Run Ricky Run dude.
Oh, Manolo Rose. Right.
Yeah, I think those were all from the bottom of his heart, more or less. I think he really liked those records and just pushed them. I don't think he was getting money from those at that time.
The way he promotes Millie Rock shit, I don't think he's not getting money for that. But again, I think he's getting behind it because he believes in it.
I want to ask him, Yeah, but even if you believe it, I want to know if you can pay for it.
Right.
I want to know.
Well, that would take away from the
argument,
the romanticism of promoting music.
But that's kind of my fucking point. That's why I want to know what right anybody has to say. First of all, I think that a lot of parties are responsible for New York sound and scene being in the fucking toilet bowl. Radio is involved, yes. 50 is involved, yes. And I've said this years ago only because him going on Hot 97 and you niggas at Hot 97 let him. It was the best, greatest thing in the world when 50 came up there and read SoundScan and pointed out who did great and who did bad and who to fuck with and who not to fuck with, and fans who didn't know what the fuck SoundScan was or that it came out weekly or what was good and what was bad now had a very clear understanding of that. And how they perceived their favorite artists or some of their least favorite artists changed at that point. Yes, I do think that plays a part. That's two. Samples. The death of sampling. That plays a part. There was a point in time where you could sample and clear. There was a fucking case recently. I think it was the Lord Finesse, what's the name case?
Oh, Mac Miller off a mixtape.
That case,
crazy as fuck.
That case changed everything.
Everything.
Poor Mac Miller.
I don't know.
now,
Did he end up? I don't know if he ended up winning though. Did he?
They settled. I don't know.
Oh, they settled. Right.
But because of that case,
So wild.
That was a great record,
we
too.
now have to, if you're big enough or if the label cares enough, they're probably going to want to clear the sample on a mixtape.
Yeah.
Something that you are not actually physically
Profiting off of.
Yeah, you could put some shit on Dat Piff. I'm fighting a case right now for that fucking Juggernaut shit. And I'm not paying, suck my dick. So let's see, what else?
Strike that from
play
the
that
record.
during the trial.
I'm not paying. I'm not paying for that. Fuck out of here.
Go over very well.
Let's see, what else do I think? So because of that, producers. All the producers who may have been prominent in the New York scene, they're not so prominent now.
Like
who else?
makers and shit like that.
Yeah, I can name a whole bunch of them.
It's
Now,
all Dipset's fault.
a lot of New York rappers, I won't say we got lazy, but we stopped producing a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Dipset's their fault. They fucking broke up and.
We stopped producing. Dipset, who was one of our more prominent
Hell
groups,
yeah.
they broke up. G-Unit fucking broke up. Anybody from
Come on,
New York
assholes.
that was popping, they just
Just let us fucking down.
and then we went into our fucking our Philly stage, where we had Philly, we had Beans,
Shout out to y'all.
we had State Prop, we had Free.
Property.
Chris and Neef.
We had
Young Guns.
We had the Rockefeller section, the Philly Rockefeller section. We had them. That was the New York sound that we loved.
It really was.
It was just coming from Philly.
Oh my God. Even
was
though
just
what
rapping
we
faster.
do is wrong, that shit was on the radio every day.
Oh wait, so me and Rory the other day, this is what I told you to fucking remind me about, you piece of shit, and you didn't remind me. Me
was
and
just
Rory were
about to.
talking about, perfect segue to all the fucking waves in
Man.
New York.
Oh no, you wrote it down in your phone to remind. This is your fault.
Remember in hip hop in New York when everything had to be reggae?
Yeah.
There was some reggae influence on every fucking thing. This is when all you fucking real reggae people hated Sean Paul
Like 03.
for doing
Yeah,
Baby
yeah.
Boy. Y'all hated that
03.
light skinned nigga for stealing y'all shit and popping off. That's one wave. I wanted to kill myself during that reggaeton wave, and if
Listen, man.
Nori really tried to leave us.
Summer 04 with Nori and Nina Sky.
Noriega, I love you so much for
I
seeing
love
too.
that song. Tego
The War
Calderon.
Report.
Yeah, you made T.O.N.Y. Nori.
The Blood Money, The War Report is my favorite fucking hip hop
Nori
albums
on
ever.
the run eating. Super thug. What? Nori, you tried to leave us.
Nori got a podcast now, by the way.
Nori tried
I'll
to
listen to
fucking leave us, man.
Word.
Look, I liked
Fucking
it.
walked out of Queens,
Shout
said I
out
thought
to
I was in
Nina
Puerto
Sky
Rico.
and shout out to Tego
That's
Calderon.
another
Oh
shit we
my
bring.
God,
Me and Joey
wait a
talk-
minute.
Syph, I love you to death and everything
I
you
love you too,
contributed
Syph.
to hip hop, but you took
He
two
brought
white
up Nina
chicks.
Sky. They're Spanish.
You
Pardon us, please.
all right? I don't
Marissa.
care. They're white to me.
Marissa,
Two
stop
white
it.
chicks.
Wait, Rory, hold up. Stop interrupting us while we diss your people. Like, stop, because these are good jokes that you keep interrupting. Let Rory
Words
talk.
kill my whole timing.
Yeah, what the fuck? Go ahead,
Syph
Rory.
brought two fucking white chicks from Astoria, Queens, and turned them into fucking reggae artists with Move Your Body.
Oh my God. Yep, it's true. He did. He did. I remember. Shout out to Nina Sky.
They're not white.
That was a great record, but still. Oh, that was a that was a
Whatever
rough
they
time in
was, should
hip-hop.
they have been coming out from Astoria doing some fucking reggae?
They were just singing over a rhythm beat, but it wasn't reggae.
Yeah, that's when everybody was doing Lumi D. Everybody had something going
Was
on.
that the worst transition from reggaeton rap to the Little John Snap era? Was that like the worst transition in hip hop history?
That is what happened.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Hey, you know what? I got to shout out to Ron Browse. Ron Browse, man, I feel bad for you, man.
Oh, then we went into that era.
I feel bad for Ron Browse. Ron Browse, all these niggas is doing what you was doing. Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez.
No, real shit. Real shit.
Yo, who else? Fucking Johnny Ray. All these niggas is just doing what you was doing way back then. And right after, what was it? What was the last Ron Browse record that worked?
Jumping out.
It was Jumping Out the Window?
Was it?
I thought there was
Or
one
Give Me
after.
$20.
Pop
Give me
Champagne.
$20 was
Oh,
No, Pop Champagne was first.
Did he
Yeah.
do
That
one
was
with
the first
the one with Jimmy Fox? Didn't he produce or write it? The Blame It on Alcohol?
might have.
If he didn't, that was just a ripoff of Ron Brown.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It might have been. He might have been involved in that.
That's fucked up, man. Ron Browse, come take your shit back.
he can make some. I mean, he did what? He did Ebonics for Big L. He did Ether for Nas.
No, I'm not
He's
talking
got
about,
credits before. He can
I'm
come
not
back.
talking about his
So
production.
he can reinvent himself. Oh, by the way,
He did Young Niggas for Joe Budden on Moon Music 3. Shout out to him.
Drake has a new artist you might like R&B situation.
Is it reggaeton?
No, but you made me think of it when you're just naming Tory Lanez.
Who is it?
People, Bryson Tiller. It's Division, but it's DVSN. And they're like all shrouded in secrecy. You don't know who they are. They don't have a face yet. They just have a symbol.
So the Magic Jordan.
No,
Yeah.
Division.
And the Weekend Blueprint.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's exactly
Division.
that.
Division is the group. Wait a minute. Are these girls?
No, it's men. They have 4 songs on their SoundCloud, and their Instagram is, I think, just it's like Division, and then there's like other letters. But yeah. So
No, I'm gonna stick with one OVO artist at a time. I'm waiting for Party to come do something. Party, we need that reference to work that
Keke Palmer
Keke
had.
Palmer was playing. Real niggas need that Party. And you tweeted me last year that this past summer or spring you would have a project coming out. You lied to me, but I understand it. I'm sure that you are working with Drake on his shit and your shit. And whenever Views from the Six drops, I'm sure you will drop shortly after him, just because that's smart business savvy shit to do. But yeah, as far as the other people, I try to limit my OVO artists to one at a time. Who else is over there?
Majid Jordan.
Oh, I like Majid Jordan.
Roy Woods.
I was disappointed at the Majid Jordan album.
Yeah.
Now that it's settled in with me. Roy Woods, I like 2 of his songs.
I Love McConan is still signed to the label.
Fuck him. Who else is there?
I think he could still make something.
I wouldn't give a fuck what he could do. It's gonna be fuck him, even if he come out with the Benjamins.
You just mad he got skinny and looks like you now.
He
does
doesn't
not
look like me.
him at all.
all light-skinned people look
but
alike.
congratulations for the weight loss.
Yeah, that was major.
That's a big deal, man. That's a lot of money on coke.
He said he did it in 3 months.
I know.
We had
I
a
know.
random drunk.
You know
combo
how much
backstage
money you got to
one time.
spend in coke to lose that much weight. See, Marissa, that's why you have to get fired from this show. You don't even pick up on my good shit.
It was an investment.
I got it. I got the joke.
Well, react to it. Damn it. And that's why you're gonna get
good.
fired.
Thank you.
That
I
right
love
there
that.
is why you're gonna get fired. Wait, where am I at? Oh, wait. I gotta backtrack. Brooklyn. Why is this panda disguised kid okay?
Right. It's very confusing.
Why is this all right?
Well, I was called a hater because I said he sounds like Future.
It does sound like Future.
He knows
I'm
he
a
sounds
And
like
I'm not
Future.
saying that, but yeah, he's Instagramming jokes about looking and sounding like Future. And I'm not saying this to hate. I'm saying this because I thought it was Future.
So did a lot of people.
But why is this okay? Now, wait. I don't want to knock this kid's hustle. Get it how you got to get it, baby.
Word.
But I want to know why it's all right. Do we have an answer?
We don't.
No.
Even like industry.
You got to
people
talk to
have been
somebody that thinks it's okay.
like, yeah.
I want to talk to Gentrified Brooklyn. If y'all could tweet me with like a logical reason as to why it's okay to blatantly jack someone.
I don't think he's gentrified Brooklyn.
Wait, nope. Doesn't,
No, but
doesn't
Gentrified
strike me
Brooklyn
as
is the
such.
people. This is Gentrified Brooklyn because
Allowing it to
old
happen.
Brooklyn is Big, Hove, Fab.
So gentrified hip hop Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta
Williamsburg,
specify.
organic, fresh squeezely juice type shit.
Squeezely.
It's a brand. Look it up.
Oh,
Yeah, it is a brown.
tried to play you and I played myself.
Well, that happens a lot. I think that happens every time you try to play someone.
Rob Markman was making the point of, and I do somewhat agree with this, that these kids now, all of them, are growing up in the internet era and not necessarily like the Bigs, the Nas's, and the people that came up right underneath
true.
them that they don't have.
This is Future that he's jacking.
I know, but he's getting it
Future
from the
is
internet.
very relevant now.
Yeah, and this kid's
He's
18.
probably the most relevant now.
This kid is 18
Yo,
years
you know
old.
what? I think it's time for Future Hive to show their colors.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
they're
ain't gonna
kinda pussy
lie.
right
I ain't
now.
gonna lie, Future Hive. I ain't gonna lie, my
You
nigga.
let Young Metro tag on a Kanye West album and then
Yeah.
a fucking Future impression.
I seen y'all ride out on like Ciara.
Word.
I seen
You
y'all
pussy.
ride out on Russell Wilson.
Future Hive is pussy.
That's Rory. Tory
Yeah,
Lane saying
that's,
that. I'm
at This
certainly
Is
not
Rory.
saying that. But Future Hive, I ain't gonna lie, y'all do look a little suspect out there letting this panda
Funny in
shit.
the light. Y'all not looking like stands.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like an answer from. I asked Future Hive over the weekend. They sounded just as confused as me. They were like, "Listen, I don't know,
Listen,
bro."
man, they so high on that shit. They don't even realize. They probably thought it was Future
I
too.
wonder how Future feels about it.
About what?
He
About
probably don't give a
pan-
shit.
I
about-
don't think. I don't
yeah.
think he cares.
We were playing the record when he came on, when he came by the other day, and he just didn't even flinch.
Well, the thing about Future, one of the reasons that Future is so ill, it's not just because of how he sounds. He makes great music.
And you know what else? We haven't heard a single solitary other record from this kid. He doesn't have a SoundCloud that has like other shit on it. Like,
I
we've
felt like
literally only
Camilo
heard
played a record yesterday on
Maybe
the
he
Knew It
finally
Too,
has something. Yeah, that would be
was
good.
this guy's record, and I thought it sounded pretty good too. I hope he doesn't continue to put out good music. I have to backtrack and recant all of this shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Which I have no problem doing if he continues to, like, if he proves himself to like be great.
Yeah.
I'm not buying off of
Designer?
one record.
And
Yeah.
maybe this
He
was
gonna
just
make
like a
April
fun
Madness
record.
and get us all the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah, because I'd like to. I hope it's great. You
Have you
can't.
guys seen his videos of him like performing this
Dancing?
song? He like fucking goes
Son,
nuts.
I
He's
saw-
having a
I've seen
seizure.
it. I've seen it.
It's kind of enjoyable though.
I mean, he's having fun.
Yeah, I can't lie.
I'm not mad at anybody having fun.
Yeah.
But old niggas have seen this movie before. Gorilla Black, I heard one record from him and then never heard from him again.
And he was like a who? He was
He
a
was
Jace
Biggie.
of. Oh, right. Yeah. Like super duper.
He was Biggie.
Yeah.
Shit, to me, Shine was
I was
Biggie.
gonna say, Sean got away with it.
Shine
Yeah.
was Biggie. Well, because Shine was skinny and light skinned and had great music.
And
Yeah.
look nothing. Yeah. They're also saying this kid when he talks, he sounds like Future too. So it's like not fair. This is their argument.
How old is he?
18.
Oh, all right. Well,
All right.
he's just emulating something.
All right.
Like
If
that.
he's,
said this
if he's
like 6
18, I'm
times.
shutting up.
Yeah, I said this like 1,000.
Because if he's 18,
Bully.
if he's 18, then he
That's
should.
what I'm saying.
He
He's
should
young.
sound
He
like
grew
Future.
up on the internet era. That's all he got.
Yeah. He should sound like Future.
Yeah.
All right, I take it all back, Panda.
I was saying when we were talking about age like 10 minutes ago.
Is his name Panda?
No,
No,
the song
Designer.
is he's designer with 2 eyes.
That's gay.
Well, he's 18.
All right, so it's not gay.
Well,
Answer for
so-
everything.
hey, if designer is gay, is fabulous gay?
Fabulous.
It was. Yeah, it was.
He just made it cool because we enjoyed spelling his name so much.
It was F-A-B-O.
And now it seriously
Hello,
still fucks
US.
me up when I go to
It-
write fabulous. It's
It
like,
was gay, but he was such a dope lyricist, and he was consistent and made great music. We didn't care anymore. Then it sounded hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's F-A-B-O right there. The bitches was loving him, but it was gay at first.
a little bit. Yeah.
No, a lot of it.
checking.
Nigga changed the whole fucking spelling of the word
He
fabulous.
literally did. Like he changed
First of all,
it.
fabulous, that is the gay people's word.
The fabulous, honey. You're right.
But we steal everything from gay people. Well, really, y'all. Women steal everything from gay people.
Okay. Like eyebrows on fleek. Things like
Yeah.
that. Actually, it was a girl that came up with that.
Nah, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. There's a gay dude somewhere that did it. Slay. That's gay.
It's a little gay.
Y'all do take a lot of shit from gay people. Y'all want to be gay so bad.
Okay.
Y'all want to be gay men so bad. Why? Why do they want to be gay men so much? Hey, why come women hate men so much but are besties with gay men?
Women do not hate men.
Because they don't act like men.
So they like
I had a question. I was
they like
watching.
men that act like women.
I was watching Catfish, and there was 2 gay.
How's that show
Couple
still
on there?
on?
Why are you
and
still
it loo-
watching Catfish?
And it looked like they were about to scrap. And I was wondering to myself, is it domestic violence if a gay man places a hand on another gay man that he's in a relationship with?
It's always domestic violence if it's a couple.
Joe Budden has absolutely nothing to say on the topic of domestic violence. Joe Budden does not know whether it's called domestic violence when a gay man puts his hand on another gay man, nor does Joe Budden want to be involved in anything that has anything to do with domestic violence. That's Rory and that's Marissa. I'm out of this.
Joe Budden does not support domestic violence.
Joe Budden does not support or condone domestic violence, whether it's gay domestic violence.
Whether
Wait,
it's fabulous.
Is there
or-
a word? Is there a word for gay domestic violence?
Gay on gay crime? No,
No.
it's not appropriate.
trans violence?
No, it's still domestic violence, you guys. They are a regular couple like everybody else.
Hey,
It's
Sam
domestic.
Smith, you're my guy. I really love your album.
I want Fat Sam Smith back.
I loved your entire album. Number one, I'm mad that they made you Pee Wee Herman with your fucking McConan diet that you're on, number one. And number two, why does Sam Smith think that he is the first gay person to ever win an Oscar? That's what I mean about people.
nerve.
From he can remember. I didn't even know that was him on the screen.
How old is Sam Smith?
21 maybe.
Then shut the fuck up then about the history of some shit. I get it. Fucking people from that community, they love to rap. They rap harder than Brooklyn niggas. They rap harder than fucking gangs,
Joey
Bloods,
just put
Crips.
his fist up for a visual.
I definitely don't want it with
They
Gay
rap
Hive.
harder. They rap harder.
Gay Hive
Gay
Rory.
Hive Rory.
Seriously?
Really?
What?
It's
That's where
it's
you're
the
going?
LBGT.
I have no problem with gay people.
LBGT.
Yeah, that feels good.
We should look that up because I don't want no beef with them.
Lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's LBGT. Yeah, I don't want to beef with that community. But yeah.
I got gay friends.
I get that he's up there.
Was that like the I have
repping-
black friends racist
Yeah,
thing
it's
there?
the same exact thing. You fucking piece of white shit. Yeah, it's the same exact. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like Sam Smith should do his fucking research, even though it was a proud moment. He wanted to rap. I get it, but no, Sam Smith, you are not the first gay person to fucking grace the stage of the Oscars. Jesus, I felt like Wiz Khalifa's Fast and Furious song should have been nominated.
100% agree.
Was that this year? That could have done it this year?
Yeah, he was nominated
Oh, that's
for.
fucked up. That should have won.
What was the
He
other
wasn't
one?
even nominated?
What were you pissed off we didn't want? The Golden Globes. He was nominated for that.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I know.
That record was huge.
The Sam Smith
How was that
song
not
won.
even?
Super charted like.
Yo, white
every
people
week.
don't even acknowledge nothing we like.
Right.
Like to not
But
even
Fast and the
acknowledge
Furious was
that.
such a popular.
And it has a white guy on the
we
chorus.
were honoring one of you guys. We were honoring fucking Paul Walker.
Fucking blonde hair, blue eyed Paul Walker.
Yeah, but they probably think Paul Walker's black too. Yeah, we did claim him.
But I mean, they had Charlie Puth on the record, or Puth, whatever. He's super white. They had that. Couldn't just give it to Wiz
That record was like number one on Billboard for a long time.
like all summer long.
So to be absent from the Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I don't get it.
Assholes.
I don't get it. Yeah, I'm lost. Oh, Jacquees. Any of y'all know who Jacquees is?
The singer from Atlanta.
Jacquees, knock it the fuck off, all right?
Oh, beefing with your man.
He's beefing with everybody. He's beefing with Eric Bellinger. He's beefing with Tory Lanez. He's beefing with anybody. He keeps beefing with people who make better music than him. I say that as someone who has all of Jacquees' projects and Feel It is still his best song.
Oh, that's Old Boy we listened to on the way to the
Yeah,
Poconos.
so
Oh,
until he
yeah.
makes
Get
a
the fuck
better
outta here.
song than Feel It, shut the fuck up dissing niggas who have great music in the marketplace. Tory Lanez, Eric Bellinger being two of them. I could see Imani going to LA and just beefing with fucking Jacquees or somebody. Shout out to Imani who upped and
He did it.
picked
It
up.
started out
He's gone, man.
Imani is not in New York. He is
Oh,
now a proud
shit.
member of
Of LA Hive?
Yeah, he's in Los Angeles. He's got a crib out there. He got the nerve to go out there and not leave behind the number to none of his hoes with real niggas. How fucking inconsiderate
Shout
is
out
that?
to E. I'm gonna fucking stay at your place when I go to.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably move out there too now.
Why don't y'all go?
I'm out there at the end of the month. Henny Palooza LA, tickets on sale now.
Let's start plugging stuff right now.
Well, yeah, I was
good
gonna get
plug.
to that.
Everybody slow it down.
Proud of
Rory,
you.
Henny Palooza, right? The
Henny Palooza,
26th.
March 26th.
I am gonna try to go to this one. I never go to Henny Palooza. I'm gonna try to go to this one.
Tickets are on sale at hennypalooza.com.
I'm not paying.
Oh,
I'm not paying to go.
I thought this was the year to support your friends. That's what Twitter said.
Did they? Did they say that for him?
There's a meme going around.
Oh my God, man. Anyway, go
Yo,
ahead.
you would support all your idols, but not your mans.
Oh, I have seen that.
The last Henny Palooza in LA was lit. It looked lit.
Yeah,
from
and
the
I was
pictures.
still
It was
sick that I
very-
missed it.
Now I do know that some people just take really good pictures of shit when it's
No.
not lit, but it looked really
That
lit.
shit was by far the latest.
I'm gonna come, and I hope not to bag any LA woman. I'm so off of fucking LA,
LA women at where? Well, speaking of that, the weekend before, we are live at South by Southwest.
South by Southwest,
South by South podcast.
Austin, Texas. Yeah, South by South podcast. Yeah, way to go.
Thanks.
Way to go. Yeah, so we are live there, podcast. That is Saturday, March 19th, right? Do I have the days right?
You do have it
right.
proper.
It's at the Madison, and tickets are on sale for $20. The link is intplsxsw.eventbrite.com. That is, I'll name this podcast later, South by Southwest abbreviated, if you want to know why all those random letters are there. Get your tickets. We are excited to come.
Get your tickets. We're excited to come. Nikki Heaton and her manager, they both told me that they would be guests on my shit. But then I never followed up with it. So
Wait, that night or somewhere else?
no, when we was in LA, they both said that they want to do my podcast.
Oh, just eventually, not South by.
No,
You
no,
just
no.
meant in
No,
general.
in South by.
Oh, yeah.
If they're they are there.
well, MGK and them are going to be there too, so they did say they would try to come too. So
Oh, we could have a couple guests.
yeah,
That could be cool.
They don't know if it's for sure Saturday though. So
I never followed up with Nikki or her manager. So if you're listening to this, just tweet Nikki and tell her that she should do the podcast in Austin, and I'll text her and tell her the same thing, and that'll be the end of that.
Yeah, and it wasn't MGK; it was Slim that said it. So we still.
Don't
tweet MGK.
Yeah. Yo, Marissa loves to name drop shit way before it's like official. Way to go, Marty.
She just get an idea and be like, let's do that.
You can tweet Slim.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
All right. Is there something else we need to be promoting?
Our shirts.
We put out shirts. We're going to put out a different color every week. So right now,
can we change the color of my face, please?
It already is changed.
It's already changed. You're lower.
I'm still not that dark.
All right, just accept
We'll talk to Johnny because I've told him
And you're
30
not
times.
that dark.
I've told Johnny 1,000
All right,
times.
because it costs more money for the fucking. I get it. All right, go ahead.
God, you suck at promoting.
Super.
I will put the link to the t-shirts in the SoundCloud and iTunes bio because
It's also
a
in my
shitty
Twitter
link.
and Instagram bio. So
We have 3 different style t-shirts. If you don't want our fucking faces on, which I kind of understand on a t-shirt, we have one without it. And we're going to do a different color every week. The black one is available now. The white one will always be available. Don't make your white entitlement joke, Joseph.
Not saying a word. not saying a word.
don't get a peep at a me.
But I will say,
How did I know, man?
you on that t-shirt, it looks like you've been shaving
with bevel. Could it be?
Is that new bevel copy I see? Are we remixing?
I wouldn't know if I was the right color on the fucking t-shirt. I'd be able to look at the beard. But let's see here. Oh, but y'all know what it is right by now. Y'all, if you've seen me as of late, I probably look wonderful. You probably said to yourself, "Damn, Joe has one of the cleanest shaven beards I've ever seen."
Not true.
And hopefully you were a girl if you had that thought. And if you were a guy and you had that thought, it's all right. Only for this one time only. Know why? I used with the shaver that all real men should use out there. I used Bevel. Yep. This episode is brought to you by Bevel, the first and only shaving system designed specifically for coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. So basically, it's designed for us. Not really us, because Rory used it too. Hey, Bevel, didn't I ask y'all to send me the new shit?
The electric shit. I've been hitting our guy about
Bevel,
it. It's
Bevel,
not
Bevel.
ready yet. That's what I was told.
Oh, come on, Bevel.
I'm really excited for the electric razor.
Come on, Bevel.
But you should try out the regular razor first, just to know how great the electric will be.
Yeah. Just to know how amazing Bevel and all of their products are. Listen, start shaving smarter today at Get Bevel. That's GetBevel.com. We've got a special offer this month. Use code JOEFREE at checkout to get your first month's membership free. Once again, that's GetBevel.com.
Giving shit out for free.
Free 99. Tell them I sent you with code JOEFREE, JOEFREE. I was hoping that I didn't have to spell that out for you guys, but fuck it. I'll just throw it out there. So yeah, we live.
I'm excited.
I think, and if you're coming to the podcast, the live podcast in Austin, you will be able to see the work of Bevel products as Rory and myself and Marty's mustache will all be gone.
You know what?
I knew it was coming.
I'm going to give out a free Bevel razor at the Austin South by show.
Say really.
I really will. Well, that's if it doesn't get confiscated at airport security.
Can I try to catch it? Boy, that's not throwing it like a bouquet.
Pause.
Yeah,
Can I try to
I'll
win
give it
it?
out for free.
We're also gonna have merch, guys. So, by the way,
We will have merch.
Yeah, as you probably figured out by us trying to sell the merch.
yeah.
We're
I'm
selling
really
a
a dick.
movement. We're not.
Yeah, I'm so horrible.
Selling it for profit.
I'm so horrible at
Promo.
promoting
I almost
anything.
fell off my chair when you posted the South by flyer on Instagram. I was like, oh, look at Rory
he didn't
poking and
post it.
prodding.
No, Rory posted that.
Yeah, I
yeah.
took his phone
He
and
took my
Poconos.
phone.
Yeah, I knew. I figured. But I was still proud.
Looked at mad at my fucking videos I had.
Nice.
Why are you looking at my videos on my shit, man?
Well, they were open, and I was trying to
I got some
escape them.
good. I got some good shit in my phone. We still got the Joe Budden mentoring channel coming soon. Trying to help you children. Marty, don't fucking do that on air. Dude, is that a bull nose ring?
Is it a bull nose ring? No.
What's that called?
It's just a regular hoop.
No, thank God the bull nose ring went away. That was like a thing for a year.
That's
Oh,
when
yeah, that's when it's in
The
between.
septum
Yeah.
piercing.
Oh,
you know
man.
who has that? Fucking Smoke.
Marty, stop talking about your ex-boyfriend that left you 5 years ago.
He didn't leave me.
Yo, you know who I was in the car with Ryan coming back from the Poconos, and he was on Spotify Guess what song? Guess what artist came on as I pulled into my driveway?
Who?
Not Jay-Z because it's not on there.
Who?
Aaron Camper. Aaron Camper had a song on fucking Spotify and it
Who's Aaron
sounded pretty
Camper?
good. Aaron Camper is somebody who was fucking who I was introduced to from Marissa. I will say that. This is
He's a rapper?
No, he's a singer.
He's a singer. Okay.
He's a singer. He used to do backup for Chris Brown, and he had a
Nice.
song called
Julia.
Julia.
Sarah.
And Marty thought that this song was the greatest song in the universe. She put it on all of our phones, so we used to play it to troll her. And that was that. So that was the last I had heard of Aaron Camper until I pulled into my driveway, and there he was with a song that didn't sound half bad. But he's a talented guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you should call him up sometime.
He actually texted me the other day to listen to his records, and I didn't reply. Sorry.
Oh. Jeez. Payola.
Sleeper songs of the week.
Yes.
You guys go first.
Ty Dolla $ign. It's a song called Plays. He put it out recently as part of like some like Red Bull Sound Select or one of those situations. Super, super dope R&B track. Don't know who produced it, but you will know when it's up on our SoundCloud links.
This week I'm gonna go with, and I want to qualify. I want to preface this with saying, after Anticipation 2, I stopped listening to any mixtape that Trey Songz ever put out. So I want to say that. However, he put out some mixtape. What the fuck? I don't know the name of it, but the song is called "Blessed," and I love it.
Wait, with like other people on it? No, that's a different
This
one.
is Blessed. Trey Songz was on a Trey Songz mixtape. I can tell you what mixtape right now. This is with Drama. He did a whole mixtape with Drama.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And Drama was Blessed is like the first song, and Drama's talking. It's a slow beat, and then drops. That shit is fucking crazy hard. And maybe I'm just full of gratitude and extremely thankful to my higher power, so that's why I feel a little more. But go check that out. Trey Songz, Blessed with DJ Drama.
Great. I have two today.
Also, I'm gonna name another one too. Adrian Marcel, Waiting, featuring Wale. Old song. Actually, Wale's on the remix. He might have put it there himself, but even the regular song is dope and amazing.
I want Adrian Marcel to like get back out.
Adrian Marcel, we need some new shit from you, because that whole project, there was a few sleepers on there that was dope. But Waiting is the song you need to hear. Adrian Marcel, Waiting. All right, Roy, my bad.
The first one is going to be in honor of E leaving us. I know Joe's been championing the song on his fucking what's the thing you do? Periscope. Imani, The Other Side of Love, off the 4 a.m.
Oh my God.
mixtape.
Jesus, Marion.
It's a phenomenal song. If
That's
you haven't
my
heard
song.
it yet, I'm going to recommend that one. And then to continue on my Neo Soul streak, I'm going to recommend King Hey. It was sampled on Kendrick Lamar's Section 80, so you may recognize it when you start playing it. That is also a phenomenal song. That's all I got.
This is a random sidebar, but because you said Trey Songz, I was thinking it would be kind of cool if him and Dave East did like a summer in Miami Reese visit situation, like kind of carrying Harlem's torch, and that was like when Trey Songz was just starting out 10 years ago, and now he's established.
Well, if he did it with what? With
Trey Songz. I think that'd be really cool.
Does Davies make girl songs?
He doesn't.
He
And
did
I
one
think,
with Mac Wilds that I thought.
yeah, and I think that could be like a big, like it could do
He,
something dope
he
for
should
him.
do more girl songs.
Yeah, and because he has a
'cause
very big
bitches
woman
love him.
fan
Bitches
base.
love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he might be he might be in that phase. He might be in that phase.
No,
He in that
done
early
some
phase
dope
where
girl
he's-
records though. Like he's
You
been
know-
remixing a lot of shit lately, so that's been kind of dope.
No,
Like
he's
Justin
been
Bieber and
buzzing.
shit
He's
like
been
that.
doing a lot of shit.
In my opinion, he's the top in New York as far as up and coming. Real up and coming.
I absolutely agree.
That might be hard to argue with, but I don't know who else is up and coming in New York.
I mean, there's
Trey
a few.
Pizzy?
Yeah, Trey Pizzy.
People
Manolo
seem to like
Rose.
Trey Pizzy.
Yeah,
But I think Dave is
I think he's
a bit higher
the
than Trey Pizzy is.
highest up.
I know that fucking song I love from him with Nas. Oh my God, I love that.
Oh, Forbes list?
Forbes.
Oh
Forbes
my
list is
God.
I like KD. That's
They
a
killed
good
that.
record. You heard KD?
KD is hard. I played you
dope
KD
record.
before.
Yeah, I was about to say. I like that too, right?
Yeah, KD is
Yeah,
hard.
I don't hear anything that the young people are listening to unless Rory plays it for me.
Broke is another good record. That was from his.
Oh yeah,
last
Joe
project.
Budden, All Love Lost, Broke. Oh.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. No.
To E1, it's a sleeper song.
Yeah, Rory is still funny 2 months later.
I'm proud.
And on that note, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I will name this podcast later, episode number 55. We gone.
Yo.
What was that? Monty, can you do the last word? Rory did
I wasn't even
is the Irish fuck shit he's doing.
Wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Let's just stick to the script, Rory.
Okay. Bye, bitches. Okay,
That was better.
that was better.
Rory, stop it.
Last word. Peace.